All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to play the game with the first qualifier for the Charger Division. 10 laps will be the distance, the way they're scheduled to start. Up in front, in the United Business System, Cider Z Restaurant number 2 out of East Aurora, Joe Fetzer. On his outside, the Shanley Collision, GMT Marketing number 23, that's Neil Parrish of East Aurora. Row number 2 in the South Buffalo Auto Parts number 09 from Chafee. Marty Hughes on the outside in the Advanced Auto Electronics Country Magic Dog Food Oldsmobile, the 01 of Steve Hudson out of Orchard Park. Row number 3 to the inside, the Plum Crazy Racing Southern Tier Auto Center number 1 of Pete Fisher. On his outside, the Wilson Crane Service 21 of Dave Wilson Jr. The green flag is out and we are racing. Chargers getting the extra half lap of green flag action here at the Speedway. So 10.5 laps will be the distance in this qualifying heat. On the break is a circle around for the first complete lap. Fetzer in the 2, Paris in the 23, side by side into turn number 3. They'll set it up out of turn number 4. Fetzer taking a half car length advantage over Neil Parrish. Parrish battling back on the outside. They enter turn number 1. Parrish working the high groove. Fetzer downstairs. Fetzer advances to lead by about a car length midway down the back chute. Pete Fisher up in third place, closing on the lead duo. Fetzer gets a nice run to the inside through 3 and 4. Joe Fetzer leads. They cross the stripe this time. Parrish settles back to run second. Pete Fisher rapidly closing in the number 3 spot in his Plum Crazy Racing number 1. Joe Fetzer opens up about a 2-car length advantage over Neil Parrish as they cycle out of turn number 4, completing lap 3 this time by Fetzer, your race leader, Parrish and Fisher on the chase. They swing it through turns 1 and 2. Out of turn 2, down the back chute. Joe Fetzer still setting the pace. Neil Parrish now decides he's going to take a look to the inside as Fetzer washes up a little bit into turn number 3. They'll break it out of turn number 4. Fetzer works the high line. Parrish trying to stick the nose of that Malibu number 23 down to the inside. Out of turn 2, Fetzer gets a nice run to the high side as they continue to race under green flag conditions. Pete Fisher in the Plum Crazy number 1 right behind second place Neil Parrish. They sort it out. Down the grandstand chute one more time. We're halfway home with this one. 5 laps complete, 5 laps remaining in this first of 2 qualifiers for the Charger Division. They'll set it up out of turn number 4 this time. Pete Fisher makes a move down to the inside of Neil Parrish. As they work it in front of the grandstand, Fisher trying to stick the nose of his Oldsmobile down to the inside of the Parrish number 23. Out of turn number 2, Fisher gets a little loose exiting turn number 2. Steve Hudson now entering the fray in his number 01. Looks like we may have a 4-car scramble for the top spot before this one is over. Although Fetzer, looking to keep things his own way, has opened up about a 3-car length advantage over the trio of cars racing for second place. Fisher again dives down low through 1 and 2, and again that rear end braking just a tad loose, exiting turn number 2. But he holds that inside groove through 3 and 4. Swinging it out of turn number 4 under the parallel flags. 2 laps remain in this qualifying heat, the final 2 laps in this first heat for the Charger Division. Joe Fetzer, your race leader in car number 2. Pete Fisher getting a little loose exiting turn number 2. This gave Parrish a nice run, and actually Steve Hudson had to back out of it to avoid contact with Fisher that time down the back chute. They're under the white flag, and Fisher again has that rear end come really loose on him as Parrish makes up some ground quickly on Fetzer. Parrish dives down to the inside. Is Fetzer coming back to the crowd in this one? They swing it out of turn number 4, but Fetzer will hold on for the victory. Parrish is second, Fisher third, Hudson is fourth, and Wilson completes your top 5. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your first qualifying heat winner. Driving the United Business Systems Miracle Workshop Cider Z Restaurant, sponsored Monte Carlo. Hailing from East Aurora. And this is his 6th heat race victory of the season, the leader in heat race wins this season. Put your hands together, please, for Joe Fetzer. So Joe posing for the victory photo, courtesy of Dick Kay. And Connie Draper retrieves the checkered flag. And Joe Fetzer will retire to the pit area to prepare for the 20-lap Charger feature race a little bit later in our racing program. Qualifier number 2 for the Chargers. Oh. The place to go for your shopping needs. McKinley Mall has it all, from clothing to electronics to appliances to kid stuff to a fabulous food court. You can find it at McKinley Mall, the home of the annual Spring Holland Speedway Car Show. Located at the corner of the Mile Strip Arterial and McKinley Parkway in Hamburg, just minutes east of Thruway Exit 56, it's the McKinley Mall, the official mall of Holland Speedway. Assembled behind the Martin Brothers Chevrolet Holland Speedway pace car, the Chargers moving trackside for their 20-lap main event. The way they're scheduled to start. Up in front of this one in the Golf Car Express Bob's New York Deli Monte Carlo, it's the 32 of Tim Welshens from Westfall. On his outside in the JMT Marketing Shanley Collision Malibu, it's the 23 of Neil Parrish from East Aurora. Row number 2 on the inside in the Auto Electric Monte Carlo, number 79 from Holland, it's the Midnight Rider John Grandis. And on his outside, set to roll in the Southern Tier Auto Center South Buffalo Auto Parts Buick, the number 09 of Marty Hughes out of Chapey. Row number 3 on the inside. In the United Business Systems Miracle Workshop Zyder Z Restaurant Monte Carlo, number 2, it's Joe Fetzer of East Aurora. On his outside, in the Nova Glass Shelley Collision Chevelle, the number 19 is Eddie Kaczynski of Hamburg. Row number 4, inside file, we find the Advanced Auto Electronics Country Magic Dog Food Oldsmobile. It's the 01 of Steve Hudson of Orchard Park. On his outside in the Buck Motors Malibu, the number 67 of Brian Burns out of Orchard Park. A roll back to the inside to the Southern Tier Auto Center Plum Crazy Racing Oldsmobile. It's the number 1 of Pete Fisher out of Delavan. Flanking him, it will be the Delavan Auto Parts Sadler Lumber and Wood Products Olds. The number 69 is Jerry Kosmowski of Buffalo. In the final row to the inside, and the Wilson Crane Service RT's Mobile Repair Buick, the number 21 of Dave Wilson Jr. of Hamburg. And flanking him will be the current points leader in the Scora Automotive Buick. The number 56 out of Eden is Rich Scora. That sets your field of Chargers, as we'll be going 20 laps in this main event for the Chargers, coming off their double-point midseason championship a week ago. Points leader Rich Scora extending his points lead with a victory in that main event, and of course by virtue of track handicapping starting dead last in the field here this evening. The white flag is now showing. They'll get the starting green down the back chute from Butch Williams. The Chargers getting the extra half lap of green flag action, and here to call the race is Alex Muller.
Thank you, Rick. Going into turns 1 and 2, the pace car accelerates with the lights off. Side by side, and with that extra lap, we have 20.5 laps in this one. As now, double file, they come down. They will get the green flag from assistant starter Butch Williams, and Tim Welshens will be on the inside of Parrish, leading him into 1. Parrish leads him off of turn 4, down to the flag. Now down to turn 1, Parrish will take sole possession of the first position, as Tim Welshens will retain second with Jay Murphy looking on the outside. I would not be surprised to see Grandis pull something to the inside and make it 3 wide, as he takes a look, but he won't do it, as Fetzer will flank him right behind him on his rear bumper. Parrish now pulling out with all of these guys double file behind him, as Tim Welshens now 3 wide. Grandis to the inside, Kaczynski on the outside, Murphy in second. Grandis will wisely back out of it down the backstretch. Marty Hughes in the 09 trying to hold off the 3 wide charge by Kaczynski, Welshens, and the 79 of Grandis. Grandis now trying to look on the inside of the 09 of Hughes, as Parrish will continue to pull away in the number 23. Side by side for second on back. Dave Wilson, last place, looking for any type of room to get up there and battle with these guys. Neil Parrish leading in the 23. Welshens continuing to fall back, as now Brian Burns in the 67 is looking to the inside. Kosmowski is right behind him on his bumper. But it's still the 23 of Parrish leading double file group of the 79 of Grandis and Marty Hughes in the 09. Right behind him to the inside, that's Joe Fetzer in the number 2, and on his outside, that's the Unabomber in the 19. Let's see if he can set a package today. And right behind them, side by side, are the 67 of Burns and the 32 of Welshens. Grandis now looking to retain second position solely from Marty Hughes. He will have it. It'll be Parrish, Grandis, Fetzer looking to the inside on Hughes, the 09. and Kaczynski looking to go right on with him. As now they're going to go 3 wide back in the pack with Scorer on the outside of Kosmowski and Pete Fisher on the inside. Oh, and the meat in that sandwich, Kosmowski goes back and forth. It's now smoking the tires as Scorer will continue to pass cars on the outside. The 32 still falling back. The meat in all those sandwiches right there as he will now get right up on the outside of the 69 of Kosmowski as he will smoke the tires. But Parrish continuing to lead here with 13 laps remaining. Granditz trying to catch him in that 79, the Knight Rider. And the number 2 of Fetzer has retained second. But Kaczynski and Hughes still side by side battling for the 4th position. Brian Buck Burns there in 6th. Trying to move up, trying to see what he can do with those 2 guys in front of him there. As Parrish continues to lead by about 8 car lengths over the 79, the Knight Rider of Granditz. Fetzer in 3rd. Kaczynski will now retain 4th as he's getting a little bump and run by the 09 of Hughes. And now Brian Buck Burns on the inside of the 09. He was trying to hold him off on the outside. Still side by side. No one has that position yet. But Parrish is being caught by the 79 of Granditz. Slowly but surely he's making it up there as he comes out of turn 4. And Hughes and Burns are making contact out of 4, side by side. Someone's going to have a donut as they trade paint. But Parrish losing little by little the ground to the 79 of Granditz. Can he catch him in just 10 laps, or now 9.25 laps as they come down? Now it's just 9 laps remaining. Granditz catching the 23 of Neil Parrish. 3rd, the 3rd place car of Joe Fetzer in the number 2 is battling with the Unabomber Kaczynski right on his rear bumper. He will get up to him, but he cannot do anything just yet. Does not have the horses or the real estate. But back in the pack, they're single file close together. Anybody can make a move to the inside or outside at this point. Granditz, he's coming right up through there as now the 3rd and 4th place cars of Kaczynski and Fetzer are going to go at it. Coming here out of turn 4, and Kaczynski will go right under Fetzer. That seemed a little too easy. Maybe there's a handling problem on the 2, but I'm not going to speculate. Parrish still leading, but Granditz is getting right up to him. This could be a good one to the end. With just about 6 laps remaining as they'll hit the line this time by. Side by side are Scorer and Hudson in the back. Hudson will now make a move on Marty Hughes in the 09. But Parrish is going to do everything he can to hold off the 79 of Granditz as Kaczynski will try to catch him. As problem on Fetzer, my speculation was correct. He's falling off under the yellow line, and he will pull it into the infield most likely. Don't know what the problem is as of yet, but the track workers will find that out and radio it on up. 5 laps remaining as Parrish leads the 79 into turns 3 and 4. Granditz trying to get under him or on the outside. And now Pete Fisher in the rear of the pack moves upward. A little squirrely there as he comes out of turn 4. But now it's the top 3 breaking away from everybody. It'll be Parrish, Granditz, and Kaczynski. Granditz now moving up. And it looks as though Fetzer lost his power steering. You don't want to stay out there and try to battle with a car. Wreck you or somebody else. And Granditz now giving a little bump and run to the 23, and that'll have Kaczynski close up on the 2 of them, as Kaczynski will look to the inside on the 79. Coming out of turn 4, Kaczynski will look to the inside off of Granditz. Granditz on the outside, trying to hold him off for 2nd position. As Parrish still leads, he likes this, and here's the rear view mirror. This will slow them down and help him pull away, as now Brian Buck Burns is catching them for those positions. But they're side by side for 2nd. Kaczynski on the inside and the 79 of Granditz on the outside. This is the white flag lap, ladies and gentlemen. Who will it be? Parrish leading, battling for 2nd are Granditz and the 79 on the outside of the 19. That's Ed Kaczynski. And right behind him in the number 67, that's Brian Buck Burns, and it'll be the number 23 of Parrish. And I believe the 19 got him for 2nd. We'll have to confirm that. And there's a big problem at a turn 4. Marty Hughes and Pete Fisher get together in a wheel. An errant wheel is rolling through the infield. I believe that's Marty Hughes. He shouldn't be too happy about that. But Neil Parrish, ladies and gentlemen, taking, I believe, his 2nd feature win this year in the 23. He's out of East Aurora. But I believe that tire beat the 09 as it crosses the finish line. We're going to give that 18th place. Marty Hughes getting out of his car right now. But Neil Parrish, ladies and gentlemen, out of East Aurora, give him a hand as he wins his second feature race in the Charger division this year.
Of course, we spoiled Neil Parrish. The last time he won a feature race happened to be the night of the Hooters Pro Cup event here. He was met in victory lane by the Hooters girls. Sorry, Neil, Hooters girls aren't here tonight, but I think you'll be happy with the victory nonetheless. So Neil Parrish in for the win. Tight race for second as Eddie Kaczynski just getting the nod over John Granitz by about a bumper length at the line for second. Bryant Burns finishing fourth, and unofficially rounding out the top five is Steve Hudson in the 0-1. So Neil Parrish taking the victory lap in his JMT Marketing Shanley Collision Chevy Malibu, the number 23.
Not a bad-looking automobile with not much repair damage on there. He's stayed out of the big ones this year, it looks.
Yeah, he's been at the right place at the right time and avoiding the worst of the Charger incidents this year. And he will bring it down for the victory ceremonies. And a caution-free event and a good race out there is Granditz and Kaczynski putting on a great show for second place and really putting the pressure on Parrish. Had this race been 25 laps, you may have seen a slightly different outcome. But it was 20, and Neil was where he had to be at the end of 20 laps. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together, please, for Neil Parrish. And let's send it down to Gary Kingston at victory lane. Gary, take it away.
Thank you, Rick. Neil, good job. Good race. Yeah, I knew that was coming. My buddy out of East Aurora, Neil Parrish, got a good starting spot tonight. You went all the way.
I love starting out front. Last 3 or 4 weeks, this car's been going out to lunch, and again, the Matuzaks and Billy Eschborn have been just working patiently with me, getting it dialed in, and tonight it worked.
It does take a lot of patience with you, I know. Now you can keep talking. Go ahead.
I started losing my brakes out there, and then everybody's catching up to me. I'm like, oh, geez.
You don't talk to me. You see all these people up here, you talk to them. Don't talk to me, okay?
Sorry, guys.
The camera's right there. Turn and look up at the camera right there. You got any people you want to thank?
Absolutely. I'd like to thank Todd Weir at JMT Marketing Incorporated for a nice sponsorship once again. I want to thank my man, Kevin Constable. Where are you, bud? The undisputed leader in motorsports graphics right there. Absolutely. Shanley Collision of East Aurora helps me put the car together and paint it up every year, keep it in good shape. I want to thank Tom Prepsky from Tom's Performance Engines for putting together a great motor for me. He helped me out a little bit when I had some problems. I'd like to thank Dodge in general for sponsoring NASCAR and the weekly racing series itself. And I want to thank, again, all my family and friends, man. They're out here supporting me every night. Well,
They are. There's a whole crew right here. And I know when I say I think Neil deserves a great hand for winning the Charger feature, so let's hear it for him.
Congratulations to Neil Parrish in victory lane. We need a representative from the upstate dealerships to head over to the start-finish line for future victory lane ceremonies. We'd like an upstate representative down there as well for victory lane ceremonies for the rest of our events tonight. As we have a representative from Hamburg Dodge joining Neil in victory lane right now. And we understand our four-score jackpot is at $350 and growing. You have basically 2 more events to purchase your 50-50 tickets. And that news came to us prior to the start of the Charger main event, so I'm sure the jackpot has grown a little bit since then. We'll be drawing our 50-50 winning ticket following the Pro Modified feature event, which will be 2 events from now. Some birthday announcements to pass along tonight. Happy birthday to Jonathan Inbody, celebrating his 10th birthday. Happy birthday to Dan Arnold, who's celebrating his 12th birthday on Sunday, July the 21st, which is tomorrow. Happy birthday, I believe it happened a couple of days ago, to Mad Mike Eckham, the driver of the number 04 in the Hornet division. And among the drivers celebrating birthdays, Murphy, the driver of the figure eight number 09, he'll be celebrating his birthday coming up on July the 24th. So happy birthday to all those good folks here at Holland Speedway tonight.